Have you ever found yourself pondering the great mystery of life after death? What truly happens when we take our final breath? Is there a paradise waiting for us, or do we simply fade into oblivion? Today, we're embarking on a profound journey through the beliefs of various religions, exploring the rich tapestry of perspectives. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're thrilled to have you join our community of curious minds. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an enlightening discussion. Today, we're diving deep into one of humanity's most enduring questions. What happens when we die? From the ancient texts of Hinduism to the teachings of Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and beyond, we'll uncover the diverse beliefs surrounding the afterlife. So grab a comfortable seat, perhaps a warm cup of tea, and let's explore these fascinating perspectives together. 1. Hinduism, the cycle of rebirth. Let's begin our journey with Hinduism, one of the oldest religions in the world. According to Hindu scriptures, particularly the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads, death is not viewed as an end, but rather as a transition. Hindus believe in the concept of samsara, which is the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. When a person dies, their soul, or Atman, leaves the physical body and enters a new one, determined by the karma accumulated in previous lives. This cycle continues until the soul achieves moksha, or liberation, freeing it from the cycle of rebirth. The ultimate goal is to reunite with the divine source, Brahman. Imagine the profound implications of this belief. Every action we take in this life has consequences that ripple into future existences. It encourages a sense of responsibility and mindfulness in our daily lives. So, the next time you find yourself contemplating your actions, remember that they may echo through eternity. 2. Buddhism, the path to nirvana. Now, let's turn our attention to Buddhism, which shares some similarities with Hindu beliefs, but offers a unique perspective on life and death. According to Buddhist teachings found in texts like the Pali Canon, death is viewed as a natural part of life. The concept of anatta, or non-self, suggests that there is no permanent soul. Instead, what we consider the self is a collection of changing elements. Upon death, one's consciousness continues on a journey influenced by karma, leading to rebirth in one of the 6 realms of existence. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of understanding the nature of suffering and the impermanence of life. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is to attain nirvana, a state of liberation and freedom from suffering, breaking free from the cycle of rebirth. This perspective invites us to reflect on our attachments and desires, encouraging us to live in the present moment. It's a gentle reminder that life is fleeting, and finding peace within ourselves is essential. 3. Christianity, heaven, hell, and resurrection. Next, we delve into Christianity, where beliefs about the afterlife are deeply rooted in the Bible. According to Christian doctrine, particularly as outlined in the New Testament, after death, individuals face judgment. Those who have accepted Christ and lived according to God's will are granted eternal life in heaven, a place of peace and communion with God. Conversely, Those who reject God's grace face eternal separation from Him in hell. The resurrection of the body is also a key belief in Christianity. At the end of times, all will be resurrected and judged. This duality of heaven and hell emphasizes the importance of faith and moral living. It's a powerful reminder that our choices in this life have eternal consequences. So, whether you find comfort in the idea of a loving God welcoming you into haven or feel challenged by the notion of accountability, Christianity offers a framework for understanding the afterlife that has shaped the lives of millions. 4. Islam. The Day of Judgment in Islam. The afterlife is a central tenet of faith, as described in the Quran. Muslims believe that after death, individuals enter a state known as barzakh, a waiting period until the Day of Judgment. On this day, all souls will be resurrected and judged by Allah based on their deeds in life. Those who have lived righteously and followed the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad will be rewarded with eternal paradise, known as Jannah, while those who have sinned will face punishment in Jahannam, or hell. The emphasis on accountability and divine justice is a cornerstone of Islamic belief. It encourages followers to live a life of integrity, compassion, and service to others. The idea that our actions have consequences in the afterlife can be both motivating and sobering. It invites us to reflect on how we treat others and the legacy we wish to leave behind. In a world filled with distractions, Islam's teachings remind us of the importance of staying true to our values and striving for righteousness. 5. Judaism. The afterlife and the world to come now. Let's explore Judaism, which presents a more varied perspective on the afterlife. Jewish beliefs range from resurrection to a spiritual afterlife and the Hebrew Bible, particularly in texts like Daniel and Isaiah, hints at a resurrection of the dead and a future world, often referred to as the Olam Ha-Bay, or the world to come. While some Jews focus on the importance of living a righteous life in the present, others hold a belief in a more defined afterlife, where souls are rewarded or punished based on their actions. The diversity of thought within Judaism reflects its rich history and the varying interpretations of Scripture. This multiplicity of beliefs encourages a deep engagement with one's faith and a commitment to ethical living. It's a beautiful reminder that our actions matter, and the way we treat others can have lasting effects, both in this life and beyond. 6. Ancient religions. The afterlife in mythology. Let's not overlook the ancient religions that laid the groundwork for many modern beliefs. In ancient Egypt, the afterlife was a significant aspect of their culture, with the Book of the Dead guiding souls through the afterlife. Egyptians believed in a judgment process where the heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather of Mat, the goddess of truth. A balanced heart meant a place in the afterlife, while an unbalanced heart faced annihilation. Similarly, the ancient Greeks believed in the realm of Hades, where souls would go after death. The Odyssey and the Iliad depict a shadowy existence in the underworld, with different regions for the virtuous and the wicked. The Elysian fields offered a paradise for heroes and the righteous, while Tartarus served as a place of punishment for the damned. These ancient beliefs reflect humanity's long-standing fascination with the afterlife and the moral implications of our actions in life. They remind us that the quest for understanding what happens after death is not a new phenomenon. It has been a part of human consciousness for millennia. 7. Indigenous beliefs. A connection to nature. Indigenous cultures around the world often have unique perspectives on death and the afterlife, deeply intertwined with their connection to nature and the land. Many Native American tribes, for example, believe in a spirit world where ancestors watch over the living. The concept of the Great Spirit or Creator plays a significant role in guiding the souls of the deceased. Rituals and ceremonies are performed to honor the dead, ensuring their safe passage to the afterlife and maintaining a bond between the living and the spirits. This connection to nature and the belief in the ongoing presence of ancestors in the lives of the living highlight the importance of community and continuity. It's a beautiful reminder that death is not just an end, but a transformation, a continuation of the cycle of life that connects us all. 8. Philosophical perspectives. The nature of existence beyond religious scriptures. Various philosophical perspectives have also explored the question of what happens when we die. Existentialists, for instance, grapple with the idea of mortality and the meaning of life in the face of inevitable death. Some argue that the awareness of our mortality gives life its meaning, prompting us to live authentically and fully. Others, like materialists, contend that consciousness ceases to exist after death, leading to a more nihilistic view of life and existence. These philosophical inquiries challenge us to think critically about our beliefs and the implications they have on how we live our lives. They invite us to confront our fears and uncertainties about death, ultimately encouraging a deeper appreciation for the time we have. Conclusion. The universal quest for understanding. As we've explored the beliefs surrounding death and the afterlife across different religions and cultures, it becomes clear that this is a universal quest for understanding. Each tradition offers its own insights, shaped by historical, cultural, and spiritual contexts. Whether it's the cycle of rebirth in Hinduism, the promise of heaven in Christianity, or the spiritual journey in indigenous beliefs, these perspectives reflect humanity's deep-seated desire to comprehend what lies beyond our earthly existence. In the end, the question of what happens when we die may remain unanswered, but the exploration of these beliefs enriches our understanding of life itself. It encourages us to reflect on our values, our actions, and the legacy we leave behind. So, what do you believe happens after we take our last breath? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this important conversation. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, keep seeking knowledge and understanding